Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a super clear 7-step roadmap for mastering Agentic AI, all inspired by Krish Naik's expert guide. We're going to show you how to take a simple idea and turn it into a full-blown, production-ready system.
All right, so you've probably built a basic AI agent, right? That's awesome. But here's the thing. There's this massive gap between a simple prototype that works on your machine and a truly robust, scalable agent that a real company can depend on. Today, we're going to build the bridge across that gap.
And this is how we're going to do it. What you're looking at is a 7-step framework that's basically that bridge, guiding you step by step from the absolute fundamentals all the way to a full-scale, professional deployment.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by really understanding the problem. Then, we'll reveal the full 7-step roadmap. After that, we're going to get our hands dirty building the agent's core, then level up with advanced architectures, get it all prepped for production, and finally, we'll check out the big picture view from the top.
All right, let's jump right in. This first section is all about framing the core challenge we're tackling today.
You know, it's one thing to build a simple agent that can respond to a prompt. Most developers can get there. But building an agent that's actually reliable, scalable, and adds real value in a business, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And honestly, it's a much more exciting challenge to solve.
Okay, now for the good stuff. Let's pull back and look at the full map for our climb. This is the entire journey laid out right in front of us.
And here it is. I really like this because it gives you the entire journey at a glance, you know? It's like we're starting at base camp with the foundation, and then we're climbing step by step all the way to the summit of production. The key thing to remember is that each step is absolutely essential and builds on the last one.
So, let's start the climb. We're tackling the first two crucial phases right now. First, building that rock-solid foundation with LLM fundamentals, and then integrating the core components that really make an agent smart.
This right here, this shows the first huge leap you need to make. See, a basic LLM just takes an input and spits out an output. That's it. But with the React pattern, the LLM can actually use external tools. Think of a search API or something similar. It can go out, grab fresh info, build some context, and then give you its final answer. All of a sudden, your agent isn't trapped by its old training data anymore. It's live. Okay, next up, memory. An advanced agent has to remember things, right? And there are different kinds. We've got to manage the short-term stuff. You know, the memory within a single chat. Then there's saving that conversation to a database so it's not lost. And the ultimate goal? Building a persistent, long-term knowledge base that the agent can tap into forever. And all of this leads to a super important idea: context engineering. It's simple, really. The quality of what your agent puts out is 100% tied to the quality of the information you feed it. The mantra here is just so powerful. Better context in means you get way, way better answers out. All right, we're moving up the mountain now. We're getting into the more complex, but also way more powerful topics of orchestration and advanced data retrieval. This is really where your agent goes from being a simple bot to something that can handle serious, complex tasks.
So what is orchestration? Well, it's all about teaming complexity. It means using cool frameworks like LangGraph to build agents that have state that can remember things. It also means creating teams of agents, like a supervisor and workers, that can collaborate on a problem. And maybe most importantly, it means building in those human-in-the-loop approval gates to make sure a person signs off on critical steps.
And then there's RAG. You've probably heard of it, and let me tell you, it is an absolute game changer. Why? Because it lets you ground your AI agent in your own private data. We're talking internal company docs, knowledge bases, you name it. And you can do it securely and effectively, without the insane cost and time it takes to retrain a massive model from scratch. It's huge.
But you know, this field moves at lightning speed. So while the standard way to do RAG is with a vector database, brand new techniques like vectorless RAG are already emerging. This roadmap helps you make sense of that. It shows you how these new ideas fit in and how you might get similar results, maybe even without the hassle of setting up a dedicated vector DB.
Okay, we're nearing the summit. Let's talk about the final ascent. This is all about taking that advanced, intelligent agent we've been designing and making it truly robust, safe, and ready for prime time in the real world.
And this really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Your agent works great on your laptop, now what? The answer to this is what separates the pros from the hobbyists. I mean, getting it to work locally is just the first step. The real goal is getting it to work for everyone, all the time, reliably. The next steps?
They give us the answer.
Getting to production is like running a gauntlet. You've got to navigate all of this stuff. You have to apply advanced design patterns like routers or reflection. You absolutely must ensure safety with things called guardrails to handle security and private information. You have to perform rigorous, and I mean rigorous, evaluations of its accuracy and performance. And then you have to manage all the real-world operational stuff like cost, speed, and deployment on cloud platforms.
And this table just lays out the cold, hard business realities perfectly. Look, it's not enough for your agent to be smart. It has to be fast, because nobody likes a slow UI. It has to be cost-effective, because you have a budget. And it absolutely has to be observable, so you can actually monitor what it's doing and debug it when things go wrong in real time.
So we've made it. We've reached the summit, and from up here you can see the whole landscape. Let's take a moment to look at the big picture and what this whole framework really means for you as a developer.
And if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. These 7 steps are not just a checklist to be ticked off. Think of it more like a mental model, a framework for thinking. That way, when some brand new technology like vectorless RAG comes out tomorrow, you won't be lost. You'll know exactly where it fits into the bigger picture. This whole thing is about setting you up for continuous learning and innovation in AI.
So there you have it. This roadmap is your key to going way beyond a simple chatbot. It gives you a solid structure to build something truly complex, genuinely valuable, and actually production-ready. You officially have the map for the entire journey. So the only question left for you is, what are you going to build?